And good morning everyone, magandang umaga po. Very beautiful and Tuesday po sa inyo lahat. Kamusta quarantine sa inyo? Dito sa Cebu, medyo nag-strict na ngayon. Especially we're expecting this naman talaga. Especially now that the test kits have arrived and the numbers are getting higher and higher. And as we see the numbers go higher, we will see the quarantine getting stricter. So nga lang, meron pa rin pasaway. May mga areas pa rin dito sa Cebu na medyo pasaway. But hopefully, maayos yan in the next coming days. But hopefully, okay lang sa inyo. Biggest news ngayon na pag-uusapan natin is President Duterte is given the powers. Diba, nag-request sila ng powers for President Duterte to control over companies. Yun yung pinakamalaking issue, especially sa investment community. President Duterte has been given the powers by the Senate, but may parameters naman ito. And that's what we're gonna be discussing today and how these powers are gonna be affecting you, the companies, and your investments especially. Yan yung pag-uusapan natin. Yan. So if you have any comments, if you have any questions, please post it on the page, sa chat natin para naman po maano natin, para what do you call this, ma-entertain natin. Okay? So, I'll talk to a few friend of mine who are into law and yun nga, we were talking about it and I'm gonna be sharing to you a few of the things that they shared to me. By the way, I'm no expert about law, but yung mga articles and the friends of mine were able to make it clear naman sa parameters and how it should be affecting us, and that's what we're gonna be discussing today. Are you afraid of these that this might make the stocks go down, etc.? Ano ba yung parameters ng power ni President Duterte and he take over the company and then siya na po ang may-ari niya, government na po may-ari niyan. So yun po yung pag-uusapan natin yan. Francis Wahilan, good morning. Edgar Galang, good morning. Sir Lloyd, sorry, let me just double check the audio. Yan, okay. Anong power ba ito? Yan. So, very good. We'll talk about that. Mike 16, good morning, Sir Lloyd and Laika. Ma'am Apple, stay safe. You too, guys. Richard Oran says, good morning. Good morning. Yan. So, if you check out my post earlier, ang CNN naglabas ng news na granted na si President Duterte more powers for COVID-19 fight. Right? So, we're gonna be, to answer that, we are gonna be checking the article today. So this is from CNN. Ito yung let me just zoom in para mas klaro. Yan. So ito yung article kanina, right? So yes, the Senate 12-0 po ang voting and na-declare na because we are now in a state of calamity, national emergency, and granting President Duterte additional powers to address COVID-19 crisis. So ano ba yung power nito? Ano bang scope ng power na ito? Right, yung biggest concern natin, right, when first I read about this, ang pinaka proposal kasi was President Duterte will gain the government basically, and President Duterte is the head of the government, so basically yun. But the government will have control of companies, especially companies na yung commodities yung hawak nila. Sila may hawak ng commodities. For example, sa Manila, the MWC, Manila Water Company. So, President Duterte will, the government will take control of that. So, yun yung pinaka-concern ko. If they will take control of that, yung operations, yung earnings, etc. So, that might be a big problem because that's, I would say, baka sobra naman ang power noon, etc., depending on the parameters. But that was the biggest concern. Baka kasi i-take over ni President Duterte yung mga malaking companies like San Miguel, etc., and then the government might mishandle the companies and this is gonna be bad for the investments. If ganun po yung nangyari, I would say it will be very bad for the investments. Investors will not trust these companies anymore. Mahihirapan po umakyat yung mga stocks, di ba? But good thing is, hindi po ganun ang powers na i-grant, right? But still, may there are companies, there are businesses that the government can control, pero hindi po in a management level, etc., na yung level ng control. Okay, so yun yung i-undergo natin ngayon. So we're gonna run through the articles. Among the few new powers the bill seeks to give to President Duterte is the authority to reshuffle savings. Ito yung pinakamanda. Yung power niya aside from the companies is yung savings ng government, 'di ba may budget tayo for 2020, and then before magamit yung budget na before magamit yung mga budget na yan is 'di ba meron pang Congress hearing and then Senate hearing for approval kung saan mapupunta yung budget. Now, this power will grant President Duterte to reshuffle the budget for 2020. Okay? For example, yung 2020 may malaking let's say 1 billion linagay sa let's say for education or for education purposes sana, pwede ma-realign ni President Duterte yan to actions ng government to fight COVID-19. For example, yung 1 billion na yun para sana sa education budget, pwede niya munang tanggalin yon and realign that budget and put it into yung sa paglalaban natin sa COVID-19, let's say to procure mask, etc. So pwede gawin ni President Duterte na yan. So 2020 budget, the office of the president can realign the budget of the country. Okay? Including assistance to the poor who have been adversely affected by lockdown in Luzon, and it gives President Duterte, I really find this, ganito mga article, it gives Duterte, ganito mga ganyan, very disrespectful. So I will realigning the terms lang muna. It also gives President Duterte the power to allocate cash funds, investments, mga investments ng government, unused or unreleased subsidies in government corporations. So we have government corporations, meron po yung cash na hawak. Marami pong pera ang Pilipinas. We just know. But the problem was, hindi po pwede basta-basta galawin yan ng government. Hindi pwede basta-basta galawin ng Office of the President yan before. But with these powers, it will grant our President the power to use the money of the country, yung savings ng country, para po to fight the COVID-19. Right? So, ang problema po niyan is, we are using up the country's funds, but it is to fight COVID-19, since this is the purpose of the money talaga na gamitin to save the country, and we're gonna be saving the country this way, so that's okay. Problema lang talaga nito is maubos pera natin, so we have to restart again, and then I don't think it's gonna be a problem when restarting. Philippines is a very rich country in my opinion. Tawag dyan, hindi sa pera wise, but tawag nito, raw materials wise, people wise, so sobrang yaman ng country natin. Also seeks to allow President Duterte to direct the stoppage of programs, projects, and activities under the executive department, including government corporations, and use the savings from these funds of government's response to COVID-19. Right, so those are good. Under the Senate's proposal, the health department is prioritized for funding. So karamihan po ng funds natin mapupunta sa health department. Baka mawala yung 4Ps. Isa yan sa mga government programs. So mawala yung 4Ps ang budget yan, mapupunta sa health department. So that's something tinitira noon ng government. So I think this will be an opportunity for the government to stop the 4Ps and realign it properly. The Senate also wants unutilized or only special purpose funds. Yan, alam na natin yan. Senator Pia Cayetano, who sponsored the measure, said funds from the sources will be used to distribute 5,000 to 8,000 a month to some 18 million families, which will amount to roughly 200 billion in 2 months. Ang laki po nito, 200 billion in 2 months. Pero tulong po sa mga pamilya. I think lockdown can happen. So this is at least may plano na ang government in case magka-lockdown man. At least yun yung maganda, it slowed down in our country because of the strict maaga natin agapan yung mga quarantine, community quarantine, etc. May mga pasaway pa rin, but at the very least mas mabagal na, diba? And because it's slow, government can plan properly. Hindi yung ganito kung sa kanila gagawin ito kung malala na. So at least now napagandaan ng government, diba? all the powers that the Senate seek to grant President Duterte will remain in effect for at least 3 months. So this is gonna be here for at least 3 months or until the state of calamity in the entire country is lifted. Alright. So wala sa absent from, this is important, absent from the proposals, the Malacanang's bid to allow President Duterte to take over businesses, which Mr. Cayetano said he never been present in her Senate and Senate President Tito Soto's version of the bill. So it was not present yung powers to grant the office of the president, the government, to take over businesses. Wala po dito. Instead, ito po yung andoon. President Duterte may direct the operation of privately owned hospitals, medical facilities. So, ang mga affected the businesses are hospitals. So, the president can declare na ikaw hospital na ikaw, you will be focusing on COVID-19 cases. Pwede pong gawin kahit po private hospital yan, the president has power over them, right? Pero ang pwede lang gawin ni President Duterte is only the operations. Yun lang po ang pwede niyang i-effect, right? Managers, meron pa dito pala, passenger vessels and other establishments to house health workers, serve quarantine areas, become quarantine centers. Yan. So, yun po ang power ni President Duterte. Ito ang maganda. The management of these businesses and establishments will be retained. So, hindi po kukunin. Taka lang ha. Ang ingay pala ng audio sa likod. Sorry. So, ayan. The management of the businesses and establishment will be retained. So, management will not be removed or replaced. It will be retained and they will be compensated for any damage they may sustain as a result of the president taking charge of their operations. So, yun po yung maganda. Ito, it also allows President Duterte to buy goods including personal protective equipments, thermometers, etc. Medicine. Ayan. So, hindi na kailangan na approval if ever yung country natin kailangan bumili ng maraming masks from other countries, etc. So, no need for cheche-bureche, yung bureaucracy, ang tagal pang approval, etc. Meron pang kumukontra whenever may purchases. So, wala na pong ganon. So, that's good. Okay? Ito. This is good for the country. Right? Ito yung medyo power ng government over the businesses lang. Right? The measure also grants President Duterte the power to require businesses to prioritize and accept contracts for materials and services needed to combat COVID-19. So, there is still power for the government to a little power over the private companies. And if it's COVID-19 related, hindi pwede mag-deny ang mga companies ng services nila. For example, San Miguel Beer. Right, gumagawa kayo ng alcohol dyan. I will need your help and prioritize creating alcohol for the Filipinos. So at least on that level, the president has power over that. So hindi pwedeng mag-deny ang companies. Sir, Mr. President, we respectfully deny this project, etc. So hindi po sila makapag-deny. So the government has power over that. Under the proposal, President Duterte can also regulate public and private transportation, traffic, and the use of power, fuel, energy, and water. Ito yung dati. Ito yung emergency powers na hiningi ni President Duterte dati to resolve the traffic in EDSA. Parang ganito po yan. So, ngayon, pwede na i-regulate ang public and private transport by the Office of the President. If he will say, stop ang airlines, travel talaga, stop talaga yan. Right? President Duterte already placed the entire country under state of calamity lasting for 6 months and placed the zone so-called overflow. Ayan. So, let me know in the comments what do you think about this, okay? So, before I give you my 2 cents how this will affect you or your investments. So, please post it in the comments what do you think? Argel Mendoza, good morning Sir Lloyd and Laika. Biglang taas ulit ang gold. Yes, we were expecting gold to go up again. It was resting at MA20, diba? Moving average. MA200. So, that is basically the support of gold. And yun, umaakit na siya. Jiloinks, good morning Sir Lloyd. Does it is it a good sentiment for foreign investing regarding doon sa power? Never, I will not consider that it is a good investing, I mean, good sentiments for investors, especially for foreign investors, because these powers are emergency powers. That means the country is in state of calamity, and I will not invest in a country that is under the state of calamity because may kalamidad dyan. It is down, economy should be down, going down the next few months, so it's not a good time to invest in that country. So no, it's not good sentiments for the investors. Jeloinks, but investors aside, guys, we've already been gaining in the market for a lot in the past few years. I would say na i-set aside lang muna natin ang earnings. It may make the market go down, but that's good, 'di ba? Let it go down for now. Set aside the earnings mo muna, let it go down para in the future pag bumaba pa yan, mas mura pa. We can earn naman during that time. But for now, let's give it to the country, right? The country needs this, even if it's not good for investors. It's not good sentiments for the investors. Okay lang. The country needs it badly. Okay? That's for Jeloinks. Jeffrey Mendoza, good morning, Sir Lloyd. Sa wakas, nakanood rin ng live. Good morning, Jeffrey. Richard Arances, boss, I really appreciate your channel. Very informative and really put us in the same page of what's really happening around the beloved country economy-wise. Thank you so much, Richard. Right? John Hill, good morning, Sir Lloyd. Magtanong lang, legit po ba yung BSP buy 300 billion pesos worth of bonds? Salamat po. More power to your channel. Keep safe po. And sa ating lahat, God bless. Yes, this is the best time to buy bonds. This is a very wise move. Whenever the country is in crisis, bonds are very good. Kasi there's a very big possibility na mas malakas pa ang akyat ng bonds in the coming months kaysa sa stocks, right? Mabagal pa ngayon ang stock. So, you can transfer, pwede mo kasi i-transfer ang investments mo to stocks and bonds. If you know enough, we'll talk about this in the future. If you know enough, whenever there's country crisis, ang bonds nagmamahal. So, it's good to buy bonds right now. Especially na we are expecting for these, for the quarantines. Hindi lang po isang buwan yan. I tell you. Kahit nagka-quarantine tayo ngayon, lumalaki at lumalaki ang numbers natin sa COVID. So, we're expecting the quarantines to worsen. No, hindi naman worsen. Mas tighter and longer. As long as may mga matitigas sa ulo, pahaba ang quarantine natin. Wala tayong magagawa dyan. Right? I only think of things that I can control. Ayoko nang stress out ang sarili ko sa mga bagay na wala akong control. Okay? So, that's one of the secrets in life. Right? Do not fret over things you cannot control. Okay, so yeah, legit po ba yung BSP buying 300? Yes, I would say if ever legit naman po, they have to disclose these kinds of moves and they're disclosing it. And yeah, I think that's a good move to go into bonds right now kasi nagmamahal ang bonds whenever there is crisis. We'll talk about bonds one of these days. Michael Sarmiento, good morning. Prince Guy, good morning po, sir. Good morning din. Maricel Scanavides, good morning po. Morning din. Billy Pareas, good morning. Pau Nance, yan. Good morning, Sir Lloyd. Magsa-start pa lang ako kaso mababa ang capital ko. 5,000 lang po. Any tips? Anong mas maganda pag mababa ang capital mo? Pag mababa ang capital mo, maganda sana mag-day trading. Right? Day trading kasi kahit 5,000 lang or may 10,000 ka lang, pwede kang kumita ng malaki. Right? To answer you talaga, ano pong mas maganda pag mababa ang capital mo? Ganito kasi yan. I always tell this about investment seminars, during my investment seminars. Pag mababa pa ang capital nyo, most probably, maliit pa ang savings nyo, kakasimulan nyo pa lang sa investing journey nyo. Right? So, if ever kakasimulan nyo pa lang, may trabaho kayo, nagsisimula pa lang kayo mag-ipon, may extra na kayo, let's say, may extra kayo 50,000. Yun pa lang ang pera mo, hindi ka pa nakaabot ng millions. Every peso counts right now in your current state. Okay? Every peso counts. So, if ever importante yung pera mo, you don't put it on high-risk investments. Kaya nga hindi ako loloto noon because I have this motto na for now I cannot take high risk investments. Lotto, gambling. It's gambling because it's considered gambling because it's very 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 high risk, di ba? Napakaliit lang ng chances mo of getting a reward. So that's why we call it risk. But that's very high risk investment right there. Hindi walang bumabalik sa pera mo. Pwedeng bumalik pero very high risk, nauubos ang pera mo. So I don't put my money high risk because high risk investments because malaki ang chances na walang babalik sa akin. Diba? So, if hindi bumalik sa akin, it's not efficient for me. So, if ever maliit pa lang ang pera ko, kakaipon ko pa lang, simula pa lang ipon ko, I will put it in low risk investments kasi I will need this money. And then, as much as possible, put it in low risk investments. MP2 program ng pag-ibig, etc. So, those are low risk investments. I recommend you start with that because stock market is high risk investment. So, yeah, and then walang 5,000 pesos, let's say, for example, in a year, you earn, let's say, 20%. Sobrang ganda na earnings ng 20% sa stock market in a year. So, what is 20% of 5,000? Nasa ano lang yan? 1,000 pesos lang, di ba? So, in 1 year, 1,000 pesos ang kinita mo. So, sobrang liit, di ba? So, as much as possible, dun mo lang ilagay mo na yan sa mga low-risk investments. Benjamin Ignacio, good morning, sir. What do you think about ISM and JFC? ISM, still gonna be the third telco. I think they're gonna have issues right now because of what's happening with the country. It might cause a delay. But nonetheless, they're still gonna be the third telco. So, that's still a good speculative stock for me. Speculative meaning, if you're speculating, you're gambling, and I don't want you to gamble your money. So, wag po kayo mag-all in sa SM, please. Only speculate, only gamble a little part of your money. JFC, sobrang mura na ngayon. I will expect JFC na magmumura pa yan in the next coming months. If the quarantine is gonna last for 3 months more, or 2 months more even, walang kikitain si Jollibee kasi nasa bahay lahat ng tao. So, expecting for investments to go down. JFC stocks to go down. Jeloinx, hi sir, thoughts po kay WTI oil, $22 to $24 per price. In your point of view, napakamura na po ba noon? Yes, napakamura na siya compared to other historical prices, but it's just that demand is very low right now. Walang travels, walang nagagas kaano, so I think it's gonna go lower. Ang dami kasi na supply. So if you can wait, if okay lang sa'yo matulog ang pera ninyo, yes, this is the right time to buy habang mura pa. Gio Ambas, good morning. Annilyn, I thought, sir, you said it's too late to switch to bonds. No, I mean, it's too late if ever malaki na ang talo ninyo sa VUL ninyo. Yeah, it's already too late to transfer bonds. But if you're planning to add more to your VUL, right now is not the right time to put more in VUL and instead switch it to funds. Punta kayo ng bonds na lang muna for now. Right? So that's what I mean. Your future investments, mas maganda is sa bonds nyo lang. That's the switching I am talking about. Pero pag ita-transfer nyo pera nyo sa from stocks, which is malaki na lugi, ita-transfer nyo sa bonds, that's not a good move. Right? So, that's what I mean by that. That's for Annalyn. Aaron Nunez, Sir Lloyd, any thoughts about SMPH and Ali? SMPH and Ali, good companies. Aakyat din yan in the future. For right now, again, SMPH, mga businesses are, ganito lang. Bottom line is, COVID-19 will be lingering for how many months more? Hindi lang po isang buwan yan. And as long as the threat is there, quarantine is gonna be happening to us, and if while we are on quarantine, these companies are not gonna be earning while the country is in under calamity, investors will not start getting in yet. So tagal-tagal pa aakyat yan. Antayin lang natin si COVID na maghumupa, and then once we see the quarantines getting ngayon it's getting stricter, 'di ba? Pag humuhupa na yung quarantine natin, that's about tingnan natin ang market. That's about time the market will start recovering. That's the time that you can start putting money in. You can put money now actually. Pwede na kasi napakamura na ng mga companies. But if you're patient enough, kasi hindi pa natin alam hanggang kailan ito eh. It might take 3 more months or 5 more months, etc. We don't know what's gonna happen to the economy. So it might take 5 more months before before these companies' stock prices will start to go up. And while it's going down, kaya nyo ba? Kaya ba ng patience ninyo? If ever hindi, then just wait for the possible reversal of the situation. Right? So that's for Aaron Nunez. Romeo Borboran, good morning sir. Ask ko lang po, next na gagawin para ma-access sa webinar niyo, napag-register po Financial Freedom 101, napag-create na po lang ako ng eToro account under your link, funded na. We are gonna be checking it today, okay? So, mag-email kami sa inyo. Samboy sir, mga dividend stocks, maapektuhan po ba sa susunod na bigayan? God bless. I would say yes. I cannot say directly na sure 100%. But ang dividends kasi is from retained earnings ng isang company. If you've been reading news right now, these companies, yung malalaking companies, they're giving back to their employees, etc. And they're using their retained earnings for that. So meaning yung retained earnings kasi yan, noon sana yun yung binibigay nila for dividends, and now nababawasan kasi binibigay nila sa mga empleyado nila. With that, I would say dividends is gonna be lesser priority. It will affect dividends. It can affect, not will. It can affect. It may affect the dividends given by these companies to you guys. Okay, Samboy, and that's for dividends. So if you want to top up your VUL, you redirect it to bond funds, right, sir? Mahirap kasi sa VUL kasi you have to amend your policies na ito transfer sa bonds. So, ang I talked about this about my manager noon about funds, because the fund managers right now, I mean not the fund managers but the financial advisors right now are having troubles answering their clients because they don't know how to handle stock market. Right, that's the reality of it. Most of your insurance agents don't know how to handle stocks. I mean, dealing with the stock market. Ang pinaka recommendation ko sa kanya is, if you can talk to this about your clients, is like this. Let me open Paint. Sa mga may VUL dyan at ipit sa stocks, right? Because maybe sa stocks ninyo linagay ang VUL ninyo. Okay, the market is going down, right? Pababa ang market. If you were able to buy your sa insurance kasi we call it units. That's why it's VUL, variable unit linked. So units po. If you bought units here and it's going down, the prices are going down. What you can do is, when the market rallies, don't sell right now. Do not sell. Right? Wait for the market to rally for a bit. Pag umakyat ang market right now, the market is bouncing, hopefully maganda ang akyat niya. If it's gonna bounce, you sell maybe 30% of your units here. And then let the market drop again, and then if ever mag-support siya, okay, you buy more here. Okay? So, you buy more, meaning yung 30%, but when you sold your 30% here, the money you can get here, you buy it here at the bottom. This will pull your unit investments down, yung average niya. Right? Pag yung average mo mababa, when the market goes up already, you are earning money percentage already. Instead na antayin mo ang market bumalik at mag-0 lang, 0%, nakabawi ka lang. Instead na makabawi ka lang, whenever a rally happens, sell some, and then use that funds to buy more. Huwag ka na mag-transfer sa bonds. Dito lang kasi ito yung hihilutin natin. Okay? So, and then you use the money you get here and buy here at the bottom. This will pull your average down so that when the market rockets up, you are earning already. And hindi sayang yung panahon. That's the best That's the best way to do this. There is a video down at the video description. May link po dyan on how to average down without adding funds. You can use this in your VUL also. Okay? So, this is the best strategy to pull para makarecover kaagad yung VUL nyo. Okay. Paunans, hello sir. Salamat talaga sa advice. Since maliit lang po yung pera ko, may savings po ako, emergency fund for 2 years. Sa tingin niyo po, magkano minimum kung gusto ko mag-invest sa stocks? I will say 30,000 to 50,000. That's a healthy start sa stocks. Kasi pag may 50,000 ka, and then at least kung kumita ka ng 10% a year, meron kang 5,000. That's already good kaysa sa bangko, di ba? So, I will want you to treat the stock market as a bank. Do not trade first. Trading is risky. If ever marunong ka na mag-trade, then go ahead. Pero kung I know ka kasi mula mo pa lang, I want you to treat the stock market as a bank. Go to copy trading, right? Mag-eToro kayo, go for copy trading. Okay? Mas maganda doon. May fund managers kayo maayos. Hindi masasayang yung pera ninyo. Right. Romeo Borboran din po, sorry. Thank you. Maricels Canavides, Sir Lloyd, tanong ko lang anong tungkol sa signal sinasabi nyo kay RFI. Yeah, hindi pa namin natuloy kasi nagstricto yung signal providers. Ang plano ko sana is I will be paying for the signals, and then I'm gonna share the information to you guys, pero nag-stick to sila, hindi pa sila tumatanggap ngayon ng new enrollees, so hindi ko po mabigay. But anyways, in the future, if ever meron tayong development. Amila Angelo, good morning sir. Good morning everyone. Another option for those who are directly invested in stock market is preferred shares. Yes. Kaso nga lang may kamahalan ng preferred shares, but yes, that's a good option. At least priority kayo sa dividends. And yes. Right, going back to the topic, medyo nalilis na tayo sa topic. With the powers right now, ang pinaka-importante kasi sa topic natin is how is this gonna affect your investments, right? I keep telling you guys, it's not the right time to invest right now. I keep telling you before the crisis happens, we're expecting for the markets to drop, so stay cash lang muna. So you should have pulled out your funds already. Sa mga still holding their investments, at nandito na kayo ngayon at bumabagsak na, with this the Senate and the country giving the president more powers for COVID-19, I would say the downtrend of the stocks will still continue, right? This will still continue because again, this is proof enough that the country is under crisis, and investors do not want to invest in a country under crisis. So, with the country under crisis, we're expecting for the stocks to drop. Babagsak pa po yan. Okay? Now, don't worry. Kasi pag babagsak ito, mas maganda kasi we are gonna hit the bottom earlier. Right? Kasi kung wala naman ito, mas mahaba po ang mangyayaring problema. Mas mahaba po yung crisis. At pag mas mahaba ang crisis, it will send the country into recession. And it's harder to recover from that point. Okay? So, even though this is gonna make the stocks drop, okay, I'm expecting for the markets to drop today because of this. It's okay because it will make the drop shorter, right? Mas mabilis po tayo makapag-recover because of this, because this is gonna make the crisis shorter. Because budget natin can focus now on fighting COVID-19, and mas maaga natin mapupuksa si COVID-19. With these powers, this is gonna basically empower the government more to fight COVID-19. With more power over COVID-19, we can cut COVID-19 shorter, and yung drop naman, imbis na magtatagal pa siya, mas shorter din. So yes, it will be a sharp drop, but at least it's gonna be a short pain. Right? Hindi mahabang pain for you guys. So, mas maganda ito sa mga hindi pa nagsisimula sa stock market. If you're watching now and if you're not yet in the stock market, let the markets drop, and then once we see signs of recovering na, you start investing. This is the best opportunity. I've been waiting for this opportunity for how many years? We missed this opportunity last 2008 nung nagkaroon ng recession sa buong mundo. The markets dropped. We weren't there to take advantage. Ang dami pong yumaman because they were there to take this advantage. Now, this is a much sharper drop than the 2008 na recession. So, this is a bigger opportunity for us even. Okay? So, when the opportunity is there, at least you're ready. Naiintindihan nyo na po stock market. If you're still preparing, success is where opportunity meets preparation. Okay, so right now, you should be preparing yourself financially to take advantage of the market, and also intellectually. You have to prepare yourself. Learn more about the stock market. Understand the stock market more before you get in. The wise men always say na do not get into an investment you do not understand. So you have to understand stock market fully before you start in it. So while the opportunity is still forming, you have time to prepare. And dyan po sa video description, marami pong videos dyan to teach you about the stock market. That should help you a lot. Annalyn, thank you, sir, for the advice about how, sir, if you are paying every month, just buy the same fund every month. Since it's already too late to transfer to bonds, yes, just keep buying it. Don't worry, you are buying it at a lower price. It is gonna make your average pull, it's gonna pull your average down naman. So that when the market goes up, actually magandang i-top up pag nagre-recover ng market, saka ka mag-top up. Buy bulk when the markets are starting to recover. Same rin naman yan. So if you're paying monthly, that's good. If you're planning to top up, mamaya na kayo mag-top up pag malaki na, pag nagre-recover na yung market. So that's the best time to top up so that your funds in your VL can recover also drastically. Right, Pio Campanero, good morning, sir. More power and ingat po sa virus together with your family. Salamat po sa mga shares nyo. God bless. Thank you so much, Pio. Vince Pineda, good morning, coach. It's the time. Malapit na ang time to start in the stock market, right? Or at least kung nakapag-start na kayo noon, medyo nakalipad na ang market, this is a big opportunity for you guys to be investors. I don't want you to miss this opportunity. That's why I'm always sharing this to you guys. Mr. Lonely Boy, good day, sir. Good day then. Guys, if you find the video informative, please share it to your friends. Share this to your Facebook walls para naman po matulungan natin mga kaibigan natin. Share natin yung opportunity of the stock market, especially now that it's going down. Sayang naman po. And the more people we have in the market, the healthier our market becomes. And that's gonna be very helpful for our growth also. Sabay-sabay tayong aakyat. Yun nga let's get rich together, diba? That's it for the topic today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Quarantine po, so stay at home, be productive, always be productive. Use this time to build ideas and start building on those ideas while you're free. That's it, and I'll see you again tomorrow. As always, let's get rich together. Bye, everyone. Sorry.